thing was off. So I do apologize, guys. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. Currently monitoring a tornado warning ongoing. Thank you guys for joining in here. We're just getting started. We have one active tornado warning ongoing here in Missouri. This is going to be for I do apologize, guys. Wentzville. That's going to be at 1:03 p.m. We also Flint Hill at 1:04. Lake St. Louis. That's going to be at 1:07. 1:08 in Josephville. 1:11 in Dardine Perry. 1:13 in St. Paul. 1:15 in Fallon. 1:16 in Old Monroe. 1:17 in Cottlesville. And 1:20 in St. Peters. If you guys are just tuning in, we have one active tornado warning. It's going to be located right around this area right here. This is the storm ETA, and you can kind of track it out. It's going to be in Lake St. Louis right around 1:08 p.m. if it continues to stay warned. New Mall is that New Melee. It's gonna be around you at 12:58 p.m. Yeah, it's a radar indicated tornado. This was a very spur at the moment live stream. Just saw that conditions were becoming more and more favorable for tornadic development. Decided to hop on live. This is a new software that I'm using. This will allow me to have a better look at these storms in more of like a 3D mode. Also, much better graphics as far as the live streams go. Definitely worth the investment for you guys to keep you guys safe. Storm ETA right now for Warrenton. It'll be near Warrenton about 12:41 p.m. There's a secondary inflow notch forming there. How's it going, Ozark Mountain? Good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Two tornado radar indicated Warren County. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at here. I'm guessing it's going to be in these inflow notches. The main one looks like it's going to be centered here over just to the north of New Haven. So we're going to take a look deeper into this. Yeah, so most likely that tornado would be located here north of New Haven. This is going to be pushing off to the northeast over into Josephville. Josephville is going to be around 1:08 p.m. We also will have Lake St. Louis around 1:07. So if you're in these areas, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. There is a active tornado warning ongoing here. So we're going to continue to watch this threat. These are what are called QLCS, quasi-linear convective lines, that you can get some inflow pouring into them that cut through the inflow cuts through and mixes with the outflow of these storms, these convective lines, and it'll get things to spin. These tornadoes are usually brief but can do damage, so it's better to be safe than sorry. Take shelter, lowest floor of your house, away from doors and windows, and be safe, y'all, if you're out there. We got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing for a lot of these areas as well. We do have what looks like a new tornado watch, and this covers a pretty wide area. There was a mesoscale discussion that happened earlier. As these storms continue to push east, looks like we have that extension onto that tornado warning. Actually, more. Looks like we actually have a new warning on top of the old one. So let's go over those threats as well. So this tornado warning is going to include Hawk Point, Troy, over in Troy at 1:54 p.m. Moscow Mills. We are going to be in Winfield at 1:14, 1:15 in Foley, Batchtown at 1:21, and 1:29 in Hardin.
There is one new tornado warning for Missouri.
Okay, so we're starting to get very busy, guys. We're watching these 2 tornado warnings ongoing here. It's starting to become a busy afternoon. So I'm gonna stay live as long as it takes to monitor these current threats for you guys. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to jump in the chat, ask any that you guys have. How's it going, Cindy? I hope you're having a great day. So we got 2 current tornado warnings. If you guys live in these areas, please be seeking shelter now. There is a substantial threat to have property damaged if you live in these areas, with not only these tornadoes possible, but also straight line damaging winds. You do not want to be looking for these storms because you will not see them very easily. They are very heavy, wrapped in rain usually, and they can briefly spin up and do a whole lot of damage. Yes, I can definitely do that for you. How's it going, Susan? Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me take a look here for you. Can you widen out for me? I'm driving on 53 in Missouri. Yes, I will be more than happy to. Let's turn that off real quick. Alright, so right now these storms are going to be near St. Louis, Missouri, just to the northwest of St. Louis. They're going to eventually push in that direction. St. Louis is definitely in that tornado watch, so please guys, be safe if possible. If you're new here to the channel, please consider subscribing for future weather updates. Seems like we're in a pretty large severe weather setup. I actually have my buddy Jackson here tuning in, listening in the background, so Jackson, just to let you know, I am live. um, but yeah, so monitoring these severe weather threats live right now here in Missouri, and we got a couple of tornado watches currently. I'm gonna move down to live storm coverage. Thank you so much for the 8 people here with me. I do appreciate your support. We are watching from the KLSX radar. 3 areas now rotating in Washington and Troy County and Moscow Mills. Okay, I'll be paying attention to those areas. I see Troy here. We're going to continue to watch this. I also see a little inflow notch starting down here. So we'll just have to keep monitoring these threats and taking them one by one. If you guys need to, I'll put up the trackers here, and that possible tornado could be moving over towards Troy. Troy, this will be around your area at 12:54 p.m. Winfield, this will be in your area around 1:14 p.m. So please seek shelter now. These are dangerous storms. They're moving relatively fast as well. We also got this tornado warning moving towards Wentzville. That will be in Wentzville at let's see here, 12:58 p.m. Thank you guys for joining. I do appreciate it. It's been a busy morning for severe weather across Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas. This is what was pushing past Arkansas earlier, but now it's moved into Missouri. So we're gonna have to watch this as it gets into further into Missouri and into Illinois. There is now a tornado watch. If we go tornado watch here, is going to be covering quite a wide area, and that goes from near Charleston to Bowling Green, Cape Girardeau, Springfield, Springfield, Missouri. So, I mean, this has a pretty wide reach here as these line of storms move through. And I'll continue to stay up with you guys as long as these warnings are occurring. Gonna go out to the deck and watch this line approach. Yeah, just be safe. I don't advise that during a tornado warning. But I would be doing, honestly, I'd probably be doing the same. So this is kind of the area where this is going to be reaching. You do see this line of severe thunderstorms from Ellsbury all the way down towards St. Clair.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Illinois and Missouri.
Okay, let's take a look at our new severe thunderstorm warning here. Our new severe thunderstorm warning is going to be for Calhoun, Greene, Jersey, Lincoln, and St. Charles County. So let's take a look here. And that's going to be this new warning here highlighted in red. That's going to be from St. Charles, Chesterfield, Ellsbury. That's going to be this new severe thunderstorm warning here. Yeah, Sunday is going to be unbelievable. Yeah, decent rotation over. Okay, let me get into that here in just a second, Jackson. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, low 70s here. Yeah, it's currently 91 here in San Antonio, where I'm reporting out of right now. This kind of has me concerned for how spring is really going to be. We're starting to see that early taste of what could be a very busy, severe weather season. Thank you guys, everybody who's tuning in right now. I do appreciate it. This is my first live stream with the new WSV3 radar setup, where I can go into more depth with these storms. Looking at Hawk Point right now, we'll take a look at our couplet, and that rotation right now is right over Hawk Point. If you're in Hawk Point and it's already hitting you, you need to be seeking shelter now. This is going to be moving into Foley here very shortly, 1:11 p.m. Ellsbury, this is going to be moving towards you at 1:13. Hardin, this is going to be moving towards you at 1:23 and 1:30 in Fielden, and then 1:42 in Jerseyville. If you're in any of these areas, yeah, I know. Hey, how's it going, Misfit Mafia? Thank you guys for joining. I do appreciate it. If you're new here to the channel, if you'd like to keep tabs on severe weather coverage throughout this springtime, definitely consider subscribing to my channel. I would be more than happy to analyze all the threats incoming here in the future. But right now we got 2 tornado warnings ongoing. We have a little bit of a rotation couplet here just to the southwest of Lake St. Louis. We're going to continue to watch that as it comes closer to the radar. But this main one here at Hawks Point, I'm actually going to take a look to see. I don't see any debris with this storm, so it doesn't mean that there isn't a tornado, but definitely something to watch. Keep watching here as these yeah, they're fairly populated areas. Thank you. I didn't know that Ozark Mountain. Thank you for that update. So if you're in Hawks Point, Troy, Winfield, if you're in these areas, you need to be underground right now, or in your most interior room away from windows and doors. I say, yeah. Most interior room, which is usually going to be a lower floor interior bathroom. If you're able to get into that spot, that is going to be your best bet if a tornado strikes. So if anybody has any questions, wants me to go over and look through their areas, I know it's a lot of stuff to cover today with these severe lines. There was more of a isolated breakout earlier across Illinois, but now it's starting to transition into this QLCS linear line event, which means quasi-linear convective line, and they do have at times embedded strong tornadoes in them. And these are tornadoes that you won't be able to see very easily either. So it just adds to the danger. And not only that, they're packed with 60 to 70 mile per hour winds at times, and they can be incredibly dangerous. But thank you guys for watching here with me. I do appreciate it. And we're going over all of our current threats. Sunday also looks like an incredibly dangerous severe weather day. Sunday is going to be centered over Oklahoma and Texas. Under a severe thunderstorm warning for ice storms, big amounts of snow. Oh, New York. Yeah, New York's going to get hammered. California's getting hammered today. Colorado and Wyoming and Utah and New Mexico have had a lot of storms. It's just a very active weather pattern right now. And it shows no signs of stopping anytime soon. So see, we got some new trackers here. This is for the severe thunderstorm moving from Warrington over to Roadhouse. So yeah, very, very dangerous storms. We're continuing to monitor these two threats. We're getting some more windows here, so forest till 1:53 p.m. This is coming in the next 5 minutes for this tornado warning storm. Wentzville 101. You're about 10 minutes out. Seek shelter now. Flint Hill, you're also about 10 minutes out. Lake St. Louis, you're about 15 minutes out. Josephville, you're the same. Let's see. St. Paul is going to be 111. O'Fallon is going to be 113. Grafton 138. 142 in Elish. And 143 in Portage St. Des Sioux. So, thank you guys for joining, guys. Yeah, please make sure to hit that like button. Share this out with your friends if you live in these tornado-warned areas. Strong storms putting up severe thunderstorm warnings as well as tornado warnings ongoing currently right now. We got a couple of areas of inflow notches going on. We have this tornado warning, which would be centered just to the southeast of Wright City. There is a little bit of a rotation couplet that's going to be making its way over towards Lake St. Louis here. Should be... I'm trying to get an actual dot here. Lake St. Louis, 1:06 p.m. If you're in Lake St. Louis, you have about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes to get to shelter and seek shelter immediately. You might not be directly warned right now, but there is an area of rotation that is making its way closer and closer to you. We're going to continue to watch these threats as they continue to push east across Missouri. We have 2 current active tornado warnings ongoing. Still watching this threat. This is going to be the second tornado warning to the north of that one. That one's going to be for 111 for Foley, 113 for Ellsbury, 123 for Hardin, 1:30 p.m. for Fielden, and then 142 for Jerseyville. If you're in any of these areas, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. We also got more severe thunderstorm warnings with other segments of this line as well. We'll go into those as soon as our tornado threat. As long as we have a tornado threat, I'm going to be focusing on those. We're going to continue to really pay attention to those first. Our main tornado threat right now, there looks like there might be a little bit of a spin up there, and that one actually has me a little concerned going towards Ellsbury. There is a little bit of a couplet, something to really watch, but it could also be blowing debris. But okay, David, we're going to continue to look at all the layers of this storm, find out where the greatest threats are. Looks like that is not a tornado on the ground. That actually looks like a forward flank gust front. That's going to be the winds pushing out ahead. You'll usually be able to see the gust front from a sharp line in the clouds. It's called a shelf cloud. West of Forest Hill. Okay. And that forward flank gust front sometimes can rotate if you get enough inflow. But that's going to be the damaging wind portion of it. And you'll see that here right along this line. That's going to be your forward flank gust front. You said to look at Forest Hill. I don't see that city on my map, so let me pull up these two warnings here on my phone. There is a little bit of some rotation on the north storm right now. There's also one near Wright City. Okay, Forest Hill. Okay, I see it right now. That's going to be down here along this inflow notch. So that's 154 for Forest Hill. See that here. Yep. Wentzville, you are going to have impacts in about 7 minutes. 103 in Flint Hill. 107 in Josephville. 112 in St. Paul. 126 in Brussels. 128 in Grafton. Elia at 144. Portage de Sioux and at 145, 145 at Otterville. Hey, what's up, Cody? Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so two current tornado warnings as this continues to push further east. Look at our base velocity data. The tornado, in my opinion, would be located right here if that was on the ground, which is like over the Forest Hill area. But I'm not seeing debris with that storm right now, but still take it very seriously. Oh, the small CC drop. Let me see. So I can kind of triangulate it. Watch this area here. There's not a huge area where I could say that there's a CC drop, but it's gonna be located right where this little cursor is right now. If I look here, there's not much of a CC drop in that immediate area, so but it's something to keep watch. It's still a dangerous storm. CC just stands for correlation coefficient. It means that there is possible debris. Oh, went away in the next scan. Okay. That just means that there's possible debris being lofted into the air, and that can show up on radar. One of the new benefits of modern meteorology and new radar setups. Where is this? This is going to be in Missouri right now. Thank you, everybody who has tuned in to the stream. I do appreciate it. We're watching these storms still Still rolling on, still tornado warned right now, so.
There is one new snow squall warning for New Mexico.
If you live in New Mexico, you just got issued a snow squall warning for Cameron County, Cibola, McKinley, Rio, Arbia, Sandoval, and Soscaro counties in New Mexico. It's basically very heavy. It's like the equivalent of a severe thunderstorm warning with snow, if that makes sense. Very powerful storms that can do a lot of damage. I mean, I actually like the warnings that are up here. As far as the colors, it really stands out with the tornado warnings. It's just different from the SPC. I mean, my warnings are different for the other radar I have, the GR2 and Analyst. But this is a great software. I like how it flashes tornado warning across this area. It's really, really helpful. But I probably will eventually switch to it. So we're just kind of looking for updates here on the severe weather potential, the tornado potential. There's still a little bit of a hook here that I'm continuing to watch. There's actually another one that's up here that I'm continuing to watch. These storms are still heading towards Foley, Hardin, Fielden, Jerseyville, and Kane. These storms, this tornado warned storm that's had a brief little CC drop, meaning that there could have been a tornado on the ground. Forestill, Wentzville, Flint Hill, Josephville, St. Paul, Brussels, Grafton, Elsa, Portage des Sioux, and then Otterville. If you're in any of those areas, you need to be seeking shelter right now. Looking. Yeah, it's just these inflow notch areas. This is where you can get some spin ups. Not seeing anything overly crazy on the CCs right now. Just some very heavy rain, intense damaging wind. But I would definitely be paying underground right now, or in your most interior room if you lived in Flint Hill. This is a dangerous storm. Also, if you live near Foley right now, Winfield, any time that these storms can start spinning up. Ellsbury, I'd be watching out. These are dangerous setups. So you can definitely have brief touchdown tornadoes that can do quite a bit of damage. We're going to go out here.
There is one new tornado warning for Missouri.
Okay, we got a new tornado warning issued for Missouri. This is going to be for St. Charles County. This is an extension of the other tornado warning that's going into Flint Hill right now. Very, very dangerous storm setup. If you're in that area, you need to be seeking shelter right now. At 1:03 p.m., severe storms capable of producing tornadoes and extensive straight line wind damage near Wentzville, moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. Hazard tornado. This was radar indicated rotation, so please take heed. These are dangerous storms. Not only can you have damage from a tornado, you will also possibly get damage from the straight line winds. So this is going to be heading for St. Paul, Flint Hill. We're going to take a look at our times here. The severe winds that could be impacting Washington, Union, Wentzville, Lake St. Louis, O'Fallon, Pacific, St. Peters, Chesterfield, Eureka, and Ellisville. If you're in any of these areas, you need to be paying attention to this storm. The tornado threat includes Forest Hill, which it just passed just a couple of minutes ago. Wentzville, this is going to be right over you right now as well. Flint Hill, Josephville, and St. Paul. If you're in these areas, you need to be seeking shelter right now. Brussels, Grafton, Elza, Portage de Sioux, and Ottersville, you need to be taking shelter right now as well. If you're in any of these cities here, you need to be seeking shelter, especially St. Paul. St. Paul, you have about 5 minutes until possible severe weather impacts. So, thank you so much for the 15 people watching. I do appreciate your guys' time. I'm hopefully more than able to help you guys. If you live in this severe warned area, tornado watch or tornado warned area, be more than happy to look more in depth for you. Definitely watching these lines. This storm is also rotating right up here, just to the southwest of Ellsbury. Areas west of Foley, yeah, that's what I'm watching right now, is this little couplet here going on. This is going to be, that one's a little bit of a wrap up there, which has me a little concerned that we might get something here in the near future, but I'll continue to watch it. Right now we have multiple tornado warnings ongoing. We're going to take a look at our impacts there. This is for Hardin. Fielden, you're going to be impacted in less than 30 minutes. Kane, 146. Jerseyville, 146. 159 in Rock Bridge. 2 o'clock in Fieldley. Is it Fidelity? And then Medora at 201 and Greenfield at 202. Yeah, spectrum width is not looking bad right now on these storms. Right now we have 3 current active tornado warnings ongoing. We have a large severe thunderstorm warning that includes anywhere from St. Charles to Carrollton, Ellsbury, all the way down towards Washington. If you're in any of these areas, treat this whole area as a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning. Because we're going to continue to, I believe we're going to continue to see this tornado threat throughout this whole watch. Just better be safe than sorry. I'm getting active alerts the second these tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings get launched right from the National Weather Service office. So looks like they discontinued the tornado warning for St. Paul. I would still be watching out though. This is a pretty good little couplet here near Flint Hill. Not seeing any rotation. I'm not seeing any debris being lofted.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Missouri.
Okay, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning now for Missouri, and this is going to be for Butler, Carter, Ripley, and Wayne counties in Missouri. So if you're in any of those counties, be mindful severe weather is imminent. Watching that, I'm guessing it's going to be an extension of that line there. This is going to be down towards Paducah. Okay. So this is actually the tornado warning right here. Or the severe thunderstorm warning, my apologies. This is going to be from Piedmont to Neelyville, Donovan. So if you're in this area, this is going to be in Gandon at 119, Elsinore at 122, and 148 in Williamsville. If you're in any of these areas, just be paying attention. These are dangerous storms moving into your area. I don't have a clear radar there either. It's kind of tough. Go down here to the Paducah radar. I think that's the closest one. It looks like it's still very far away. Okay. We're gonna keep monitoring our tornado threat here. I put the live scanner up right now. This is going to be able to take live scans of the storm minute to minute. We still have... Oh no, okay. They didn't discontinue the tornado warning for St. Paul. I don't know why it disappeared and then reappeared. That's very odd. I hope I'm not the only person that saw that, but this tornado warning disappeared for a minute. But they did reissue, or they did an extension here of this tornado warning for St. Paul. Let's take a look here. This is going to, so it's just the same marker. Let's take a look at our... there's still some areas of rotation in and around the St. Paul area. I would still be taking shelter. This is going to be in Ellisville at 128, Eureka, Chesterville, St. Peter's, Pacific, O'Fallon, Lake St. Louis. If you're in any of these areas that I just called out, you got about a minute left before you're impacted by the storm. St. Paul. Brussels is about 15 minutes out from these storms impacting your area. And we're still going to continue to monitor these threats. Going to our more northern tornado warning storm, I would expect that the rotation would form down here. There could be multiple areas actually that this could form in. You're getting this this wind here in the back of the storm. That's more outflow driven, which it usually lessens the tornado threat, but you'll get isolated spin ups. Right now there's a little bit of some weak mid-level rotation near Ellsbury in some of those areas, so it's also very close to the radar. So this would be another little area of rotation to the south of Ellsbury, to the north of Winsfield, in between Ellsbury and Winfield. Just something to keep watch. These storms are still pushing more and more east. And there's the meso right there, meso strength, showing that there's areas of rotation. This is going to be in Greenfield at 2:05 p.m. Rock Bridge at 2:03, 148 in Kane, and Hardin at 126. If you're in this area that I just mentioned, you need to be seeking shelter right now. This tornadic warned line is moving in your general direction. I wouldn't be surprised if they extend more tornado warnings out further here. We're also going to have to continue to watch the rest of this line. There is a tornado watch for all of this area. So we currently still have 3 tornado warnings. Actually, it might be just 2 now. Okay, so we have 2 active tornado warnings going on here in Missouri. If anybody here is from this general area,
there is 1 new snow squall warning for Colorado.
That I'm not even really paying attention to right now. I'm more worried about the tornado and severe threat. These storms are going to be pushing off towards Lynchfield, Taylorville, St. Louis, Missouri. It's definitely going to be in that area here shortly. There's the live scan running right now. Take a look at our new scan. Looks like a severe thunderstorm warning was extended ahead of the line. We'll wait for that update. That's a large severe thunderstorm warning from around Chesterfield all the way to Kempsville. So that's the new update right now, is that this line has now gotten a pretty substantial severe thunderstorm warning, highlighted here in red. Pink is tornado warnings. Still monitoring this linear line severe and tornado threat. We're still looking for areas of rotation. Definitely still showing that inflow mixing with that outflow along these lines. You'll get these little kinks that in the lines that the inflow will wrap around the outflow, getting jet out of the storm, and sometimes you'll get tornadoes. Area near Cedar Hill. Is that to the north or south of these warnings? Yeah, there is this right here. Okay, Cedar Hill. Yeah, there is a little notch right there. I do see that actually. I would not be surprised if that goes tornado warned. I would not be surprised at all. The people, Cedar Hills, Lakes, over towards Arnold, Oakville, Murphy, need to be watching the storm right now. Wildwood, Dupo. If you're in this area, you need to be seeking shelter right now, because this, I am guessing, will probably be our next tornado warning. Yeah, it's a pretty good little line there. Whoa. But yeah, that's just gonna continue to be like that this afternoon with these linear setups. Still watching these. The tornadoes warning area these storms have already moved out of the tornado warning area. If you're in that area, I would say that you're probably good to go. It looks like the majority of the worst of that is moved out. But I'm watching that southern line right now. No real hook to be spoken about. I wouldn't doubt that they take out these two warnings here and start possibly warning these storms to the south. Over here at the St. Louis radar. Wow, this has gotten really busy. So yeah, we're going to continue to watch these storms here. to the south. That one down this way had a little bit more concern for me, but we're still watching these lines here. Yeah, tornado warning should have been set to expire here. Probably see him disappear off the map here shortly. That's a serious little inflow notch down here near Cedar Lakes. I am just absolutely shocked that's not tornado warned. I also need a radar closer to that area. Jackson, what do you suggest is a better radar for... I'm trying to find one. I got St. Louis, looks like the closest one. I might just be without a look here. What? Tornado vortex signature, delta velocity 86 knots. Is that real? Like, is there really a TVS right there? Because that's a pretty strong TVS. Trying to look. St. Louis. I think St. Louis is going to be, unfortunately, my closest radar here. Oh, no, there is a pretty good inflow notch there. That's going to be coming towards Shady Valley. I don't know if it's going to show up here. But yeah, that one is just to the west or east of Cedar Hill Lakes. Showing a TVS. But I don't know if that's because I'm so super far away from the radar, but I mean it does have a decent couplet on it, so it is something that I am really watching. Okay. Yeah, I can't tell if that's that TVS meso detection is because it's far away from the radar, but there is a little bit of a couplet in that region. It's just, unfortunately, it's really hard to see. New scan isn't impressive. Okay. Something to still watch as this continues to push off to the northeast. I would even go to say, look how this is starting to really bow out right here. This is going to be some very strong damaging wind here leading up on that line. I wouldn't be surprised if they issued a severe thunderstorm warning for along this line here if that continues. Looking here at our radar, still got a severe thunderstorm warning. These tornado warnings are going to be expiring here shortly. I mean, you have this nice little cut, but is it, I can't really see the
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Missouri.
We got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Missouri. This is going to be an extension onto this one right here. We'll see that pop up here shortly. My source is a little bit faster than what radar will show. But this is for Butler and Wayne County. This was near Sam A. Baker State Park, near Success, moving east at 45 miles an hour. I could go to the basic. Take a look here at some of this. Yeah, I don't like this nearly as much. Turn that off. Oh, sorry. The new severe thunderstorm warning extension was down here. My apologies. I thought it was going to be added to the other one. I forgot there was the line continued all the way this far south. We'll take a look at our radar here. There isn't really a close radar. Paducah seems to be the closest one. Power outages reported in the Elsinore area. That was law enforcement verifying that. Williamsonville, Greenville, Poplar Grove, Frisk, Puxico, Zelma, Glen Allen, Dudley, Marble Hill. If you're in any of those areas, that is right now where we have that severe thunderstorm warning heading to. And that's going to be in Butler and Wayne counties. See you, David. Thank you all for tuning in. Still monitoring our severe weather threat here. I'm gonna stick to severe thunderstorm warnings. Right now we don't have any tornado warnings. Looks like they were discontinued. We still have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. Butler and Wayne, Butler, Carter, Ripley, and Wayne. Calhoun, Greene, Jersey, Lincoln, and St. Charles counties in Missouri. If you're in any of these areas, these could cause some damaging winds. They can also be very, very dangerous as far as that severe weather threat goes. The hail impacts are not going to be as much, if any. It's more going to be damaging straight line winds. But we could see some more tornado warnings with these storms. So we're going to continue to watch. I'm not getting a really good look at our... As these push closer to Paducah, we'll get a better look at what's going on with these. But this is the more southern line, and it is still in a tornado watch, so anything is possible. But I am watching conditions right now. Thank you for everybody who's tuning in to the Storm Chasing Guy page. I do appreciate it. Didn't know if I was gonna go live today, but stuff always happens, so. I gotta change that. Made a error that I didn't see when I was typing this out, so. If anybody has any questions at any time, I'm more than happy to help answer for you guys. Right now we have a tornado watch. Conditions are favorable for quick spin-ups along this convective line. That goes for Venice, Robinson, Danville, Tuscola, Charleston, Effingham, Pana. Come on, radar. There we go. Now I'm seeing a better picture of these. That severe thunderstorm warning, it's about to move out of that area, so we'll go ahead and zoom out for you. Taking a look at the progression of these storms here. The area need Arnold needs to be watched. Okay. Guessing that's possibly down here. There's a little inflow notch right here. That is something to watch. I am utterly surprised there's not a severe thunderstorm warning for those storms. There are for these ones on this more southern boundary here. These are very strong, damaging winds. This is really starting to get a nice little couplet going on. Near DeSoto, starting to wrap up a little bit. Right now, we just got the 3 severe thunderstorm warnings and a tornado watch. These storms are going to continue to push past Jerseyville. They're going to be coming towards Alton, Spanish Lake, Granite City, Greenfield. Still watching as these are still pushing east. In case I have a friend in Missouri that I need to pretty nasty line of storms going on.